Oh dear, reporting the news isn't easy, is it? The poor old BBC struggled to come up with the right words to describe an organisation that annihilates 260 revellers at a music festival, burns people alive and beheads babies. You and me know them as terrorists, but they came up with militants, which conjures images of principled gunmen, heroic freedom fighters. In doing so, the BBC caused anger, upset and distress among the 300,000 Jewish people in this country who are British and who, last time I checked, also pay the licence fee. To make matters worse, our wonderful holier-than-thou state broadcaster, this global beacon of truth, decided it was Israel that bombed a Gaza hospital, tragically killing 300 people. The news that spread like wildfire globally, handing Hamas a propaganda coup and leading to an explosion in anti-Semitic hate and likely further Jewish casualties around the world. The only problem is that Israel did not blow up the hospital. That's awkward for the Beeb, isn't it? And you can put paid to the idea that the BBC is respected and trusted globally after a television sketch show in Israel this week had a lot of humour at the BBC's expense. Take a listen.
Good evening from London. Here are some news from the war in Gaza. Israel has bombed a hospital, killing hundreds of innocent people. More. Much better. With more details, our Middle East correspondent, Harry Whitegilt.
Good evening, Rachel, from the illegal colony of Tel Aviv. Israeli officials has denied bombing the hospital, but we have video footage showing what really happened indeed.
Absolutely shocking, Harry.
Devastating but brilliant satire. Props to those brilliant performers. Meanwhile, even though thousands have been marching on the streets over the last 2 weekends, poor old ITV News clearly struggled to find a Palestinian guest for one of their programmes to talk about the very real and concerning issue of Islamophobia in this country. I've got to say, this woman's testimony to the channel brought a tear to my eye as she talked about her miserable life, subjected to relentless hate for her religion. Terribly appalling, but not as appalling as giving this woman a platform. As it's revealed, her name is Latifa Abu Chakra, and she's a mouthpiece for a pro-Hamas propaganda show called Palestine Declassified. This is a woman who described the horrific October the 7th attack on Israel as a moment of triumph and a homecoming. This show airs on the Hamas-loving, terror-supporting Press TV, who are owned by the Iranian regime and who are not allowed to broadcast on British TV. Not allowed to broadcast on British TV, but one of its most vocal stars obviously allowed on ITV. Might be time for HR to have a word with their booking team. So you see, this news gathering is difficult, isn't it? It's so hard not to make clumsy mistakes or accidentally parrot narratives verbatim, perpetuate myths, prolong prejudice and get things wrong. So what are we to do if we can't trust what we're watching and what we're listening to? Pretty easy. Tune in to Mark Dolan tonight, the home of diverse opinion, the home of free speech, and wherever humanly possible, the home of the truth. And no guests grabbed off a propaganda terrorist-supporting TV channel on the internet. Unlike our rivals, Mark Dolan tonight delivers the balanced news that you can trust. Take my word for it.